What happens when a nation's ambition pushes it to cross a border and ignite a war? The Mexican-American War, fought from 1846 to 1848, was a dramatic and controversial conflict between the United States and Mexico that reshaped the continent. The war began with the U.S. annexation of Texas in 1845, a territory Mexico still claimed. President James K. Polk, a fervent believer in America's manifest destiny to expand westward, used this dispute to provoke war, hoping to acquire not only Texas but also California, New Mexico, and vast Mexican lands. Mexico was a young country recovering from its war of independence against Spain. To protect its northern frontier, it invited Anglo-American settlers into Texas, who brought their own culture and, in many cases, slavery into the region. Tensions escalated into the Texas Revolution when settlers rebelled, eventually leading Texas to declare itself independent, although Mexico refused to acknowledge this. The United States saw an opportunity in Texas. After quietly negotiating, Texas was annexed by the U.S. in 1845, angering Mexico, which considered the move an invasion. Border disputes erupted over whether the boundary was the Rio Grande or the Nueces River, setting the stage for conflict. President Polk sent General Zachary Taylor to move U.S. troops to the contested border. Skirmishes broke out, notably the Thornton Affair, where American dragoons were attacked, spurring Congress to declare war in May 1846. Battles at Palo Alto and Resaca de la Palma demonstrated fierce fighting, but also mounted American pressure. Simultaneously, the U.S. launched campaigns to capture California and New Mexico. With the help of military leaders like Stephen Kearny and John C. Fremont, the U.S. quickly took control, despite local resistance such as the Taos Revolt and Californio uprisings. The war's brutal battles continued with gripping campaigns at Monterrey and Buena Vista. General Taylor's Siege of Monterrey saw intense urban combat, while the Battle of Buena Vista was a desperate Mexican assault repelled by American forces. These battles exposed the harsh realities of war, including disease, desertion, and the bravery of both sides. Meanwhile, General Winfield Scott led a daring amphibious assault on Veracruz and marched toward Mexico City, retracing the steps of the conquistadors. After hard-fought victories at Cerro Gordo, Churubusco, and Chapultepec, Scott's army entered Mexico City in September 1847, marking the collapse of Mexican resistance. The war concluded with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in February 1848. Mexico ceded over 500,000 square miles to the U.S., including Texas, California, and New Mexico. The treaty expanded the United States dramatically, but deepened internal divisions over slavery that would lead to civil war. This conflict reminds us how visions of manifest destiny and national pride can lead to devastating wars and lasting consequences. It also invites us to reflect on the complex histories behind the borders we see today. Enjoyed the video? Give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. See you in the next one.